are chilling.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Get started. Hey yo.
Oh yo.
Hey yo.
Hey. 3, 2, 1.
Boom. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Quarantine Cast.
You're bored. We're bored.
So let's hang.
Why not just hang out?
Okay,
Oh.
Sachin. So it's obviously been a while since we last did the Quarantine
Yeah.
Cast, and this is pretty much no longer the Quarantine Cast. But at the same time, the world has not changed a lot in 2 years. Okay, it is. But yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Back at
bro.
it again.
Back at it again at the Michigan State University, our humble upbringings.
Almost 2 years
That's
since we did the
crazy.
Quarantine Cast.
It does
since we
not
started
feel that long, dude.
No. Yeah, we're doing kind of like a reunion podcast here.
Yeah.
And-
Impromptu.
Impromptu.
The setup is nice. First time we're doing it outdoors too, which is kind of cool.
Quick little agenda for today, folks. Since it's been a while, it's the reunion episode. We're gonna do a little catch up. What Sachin's been up to, what I've been up to.
Yeah.
We're back at MSU, and it's a little weird, so we're gonna talk about that situation and kind of what's next for the both of us. Sachin, what's up, man? How's life?
Dude, I am chilling, bro. It's just so weird to be back and doing this because it's like, I feel so out of rhythm. I'm just like, oh, yo, quarantine cast again, but now it's like not. But I'm chilling, man. I live in LA now, as you know.
Oh shit!
In Los Angeles, city of dreams. So it's been interesting. I moved. I didn't think I had a plan to move to LA, but I never really, like, I didn't think it was gonna happen until like way later. So it was kind of sporadic that I ended up getting a job, moved to LA, and just doing some content creation, man. Sticking to acting stuff, like, yeah, just new world, new life, man. It's been great.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, when did you move out to LA?
Dude, I moved in like August of like, was it what, 2020? No, 2021.
So
yeah.
like 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, 7-8 months ago. So, yeah, dude, that's crazy. Because it doesn't feel like, it literally doesn't feel like it's been 2 years since we've done this, nor does it feel like it's been 7 to 8 months since since I moved to LA. It feels like this just happened. But it's good amount of time has passed.
You see, the thing is for me, I've come back to campus a couple times since we've left. And the previous times I've come here, it's weird because I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm jumping right back into it. It hasn't been a lot of time at all. This time is different. I feel like I finally hit that threshold where I'm starting to feel old. But we'll touch on that in a little bit. But yeah, quick life update. I'm still in Michigan, not in LA.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe. I'm working at a company called Benzinga. Very randomly ended up there, but kind of glad I did. It's a good group of people and definitely been learning a lot, figuring out the financial markets. Just kidding. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I know how to make videos about it now. Oh,
dude.
nice zoom, bro.
That guy's huge, bro.
I've been doing that for just over a year now.
Yeah.
So I've been producing videos for Benzinga in Detroit. Kind of was not focusing on making content for a while, but now I'm really trying to get back into it, making YouTube videos consistently and churning those out.
I've been seeing you, man. You've been out here with the videos. They've been good. Check them out, man. If you haven't already.
Appreciate it. So we're just trying new style of video too. I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn new things, and I realized that I really like learning things, so why not make videos about it, you know?
Yeah. Dude, it's interesting when you move to a different place, it really doesn't matter, I think where you go, because once you find your core group of friends that you consider family at that point in time, it just feels like home. So I think the initial moment when you move to a new city, for me when I was moving to LA, at first I'm like, okay, this is really exciting, but also, who are my friends gonna be? I don't know what I'm doing here. It was kind of I felt a little bit uncomfortable because I'm in this new space, new environment. COVID is still a thing. But then over time, I was able to sort of establish my friend group and my people, and we all started coming together. And you have your core group of friends, which I think is a big deal. I think that's what helps you sort of establish home. And so now I look back in LA and I'm like, wow, that legitimately is my home now. I can consider that my home because of the fact that I had that core group of friends. So it is interesting. It's different, obviously, for Michigan, but it's also, I don't know. It's nice to come back to Michigan and be with my family and my close friends and whatnot, and do this stuff again. So I think there's pros and cons to both.
For sure, man. Yeah, no, I definitely experienced that even in Detroit, right? Obviously, you're gonna get a group of friends. Mine are most of the people I work with.
Yeah.
It's weird because throughout the quarantine, I was just working with three or four guys that were coming in the office for a year and a half now almost, right? So definitely develop close relationships there.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's you definitely develop a sense of home no matter where you go.
Yeah.
It's just everything else that's different about like your
Right.
day-to-day life. Okay, so let's do a rapid fire. Top 5 pros and cons about living in LA versus being in Michigan.
Yeah, okay. Pros. Number 1, the weather. Unbeatable. Like, you get 80-degree days all day around. Like, you cannot complain. 2, I think people in LA are way more tailored to, like, content creation. And, like, when you pull out your camera or, like, when you're doing stuff that's creative, it's much more easier to do that because, like, everyone is doing that. Whereas here, it's like, no one's doing, like, you see, like, even when we do these podcasts, like, when people are, like, walking through, like, they're looking at us like, what are you guys doing? You
What
know?
are these boys doing?
Exactly. 3, I think there's just more to do in LA. There's like way more stuff because it's so touristy too. Like you can go surfing, you can go to the beach. There's way more like activities and like places to go. So you can't really like. I feel like in Michigan there's a lot of stuff to do here, but like there's only like a cap to that. You know what I mean? There's like certain things you can do.
It's a little bit more ideal in the 3 months of the year where we have decent
Exactly,
weather. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
4, I would just say the collaboration aspect for like anything. I think in LA, it's kind of like you hear different things about like how people are so like toxic and this and that, but like I think for the most part it's been nice because everyone is very like willing to help you because most people who you meet in LA move to LA, so they're not really LA natives. Most people in LA are like, from what I understand, like have just moved to LA or like new to LA, so like everyone is also trying to make friends, and because it's so spread out, every friend matters because it's like, oh, like, hi, let's make friends because we just met at this random thing. So everyone wants to be your friend. So I think that's pretty cool. 5, I would say, dude, the food, man. I'm not gonna lie. That food does slap, bro. There's like the Chinatown, there's like an India town, there's like a Thai town. Oh my goodness.
Dude, I will say this. Now, I'm not trying to like hate on Detroit, okay? We have good food in Detroit,
Yeah.
but the pandemic has just destroyed us in that aspect.
Really?
Yeah, because like half these restaurants, I mean, it's a problem with the whole country, but in
Yeah.
Detroit specifically, the only traffic is there during the work hours. So like Jimmy John's closed by like 6 p.m. You know?
What?
Yeah, it's so hard to get
Oh,
food living down
no.
there. So if you live down in Detroit for a while, it was impossible to get food out unless it was like you thought ahead in prime hours. Like we have like a Thai place we like to get. It would close at like 3 p.m. because that's when their like traffic went down. And so we're still recovering from that. Definitely good food in Detroit, but like
Yeah.
the options are limited for sure.
God damn, dude, that sounds awful. Yeah. Food is like, yeah, dude, it's nice to like be able to get like late night snacks and stuff like that in LA. I think that's good.
I think Maria was calling me, so we should probably.
Maria.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What are you?
We're well, you're on the podcast right now, but we're like sitting like if you park in the library parking lot right next to the bridge that goes to the Spartan Head, we're like kind of on the grass by there. Yeah, when you come here, just come join us. You can just hop in.
Okay, I'm parking right now. Look at this puppy. Oh my gosh.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay, sorry, bye. Yeah.
Have you realized how hard it is to like make friends like outside? your
It's like a
college
legitimate.
environment?
And just excuse me while I do this. I was feeling weird getting mud on my pants and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Get a little comfy. No, it's like a legitimate fear that people have too, right? Like
Yeah.
moving to a new place. Like I know.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was a concern of Pavan's. She moved from Grand Rapids to like Ferndale, like Detroit area. For me, it's like all my friends are the people I work with, so like that
That's
helps.
true.
Up until that point, you have this shared experience with
Right.
people, right? You know, high school. There's access to a bunch of people that can be your friend.
Exactly.
College, and within that you have clubs and classes
Exactly.
and like
Yeah,
all these
much easier to make
routes
friends.
to like be involved with people and make friends. But if you're like in a city, you have to take that initiative. There's
Yeah.
people around you, but like you have to find a reason to connect with them. And you know, a lot of people will suggest like workout classes and going to the gym with people and like stuff like that. And that's definitely ways to do it, but it's not as easy, you know?
Dude, not as easy at all. I think like it, especially in like big cities where like you have to put like that extra effort into like driving 20 to 30 minutes to like nurture a relationship. Whereas like in college, it's like, you know, it's like so easy. You could just go out and like do something together within like minutes. But like over there, it's like everything's so spread out that you like it. Making friends is just like such a process.
For
And
sure.
So, I don't know, man.
You kind of have that duality, right? Like I kind of want to mention this, that LA left and right will get slandered for like
Yeah.
transactional people, these
Oh, yeah.
relationships. What's your take on that? Because I think yes, there
Yeah.
is the element of like these relationships might not feel weird, like real.
Yeah, yeah.
There's also the element, like you said, of the shared experience,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where you guys are all out there trying to do the hustle. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know, what's your take on that?
Yeah. First of all, when you said do the hustle, the song immediately popped in my head. Do the hustle. Dude.
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
The sad thing is we're gonna have to like copyright strike all of this. Thank you very
You
much.
have a great one. That was quite the experience.
Funny story related to that song.
Back to the point.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, about transactional people in LA. So here's my take on this, and I think like obviously like I've only lived there for like 7-8 months, so I can't have like a full like opinion about it. But from what I understand and from my own experience, this is kind of what it's like. I think especially being someone who's a content creator, you obviously meet and connect with other content creator people. Those are like majority of my friend group. Probably like 98% of my friends are content creators. And so naturally, people are just more inclined to like make videos and like do things that are like you know, creative. I think there's more like transactional people in LA than Michigan, obviously, because I think that just comes with the nature of the territory. Like LA is kind
For
of
sure.
primed for those types of people. And it does get annoying because it kind of like ruins experiences in my opinion. Because sometimes like when we're just like hanging out, watching a movie or whatever it may be, and someone is like, oh, let's like pause the movie really quick, let's film this video, and then we could return back to the movie. But it's like, what you don't understand is even if you pause it for like 1-2 minutes, whatever, it's like the energy's kind of different now.
Yeah.
It's way more transactional. It's like, and so like, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to get used to. But at the same time, Maria.
Oh, she comes with drinks. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you. What a great podcast. Cheers. But yeah, dude, I think like there's pros and cons to that. So the con is the obvious con, what I mentioned, is just like hard to like kind of make organic relationships and have organic times. But the pro is that like it forces you to always be creative. I noticed that like every time like I'm with these people, which is often, it's almost every day, like I'm naturally like my brain is wired differently to like constantly think of content and to constantly do things differently in terms of like being more creative. So it kind of helps me in a way.
I imagine it's like you're always on, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It has its downsides, but it's cool.
Definitely
Yeah,
has
yeah.
its downsides, which is why I like to come back to Michigan, dude, and just hang out. Because here, like, no one cares. You know what I mean? Like, my friend group, they could give a damn about like how many followers or this and that, what do videos. Like, they really do not care, which is so like it makes me feel so much better, surprisingly, because it's like we could just talk about other things other than videos, analytics, like all this stuff. So
For sure.
I don't know. What about you? What's your take on that?
Okay, so I have like limited experience with this, but it kind of reminds me of when I went to VidCon, okay?
Oh yeah.
Because there was at that point in my life when I was actively making YouTube videos, and I was always like using Twitter to try and connect with other creators.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like a lot of these friends I'm meeting online I relate more with than people in my day-to-day life. I went to VidCon, stayed in a house full of content creators, and,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Like some of these people are a lot, and that was the thing, is like everyone's like always trying to like do something cool or whatever.
Yeah.
But the reality is, there's always something cool happening. So
Literally,
like,
yeah.
there is a duality to that, right?
Right.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. It's a weird vibe, but it's cool, man. It is cool. I think maybe ask me this question in like the next 2 years, it'll probably change. But I think being fresh into it, it's exciting. At the end of the day, it's like fresh out of college, you're doing this content creation thing in LA. That's like a dream for some people, man. It's even for myself. That was like my dream the whole time.
For sure,
So it's like
definitely.
it's super cool to be able to like live my dream, quote unquote, which is nice. But like
Just do it.
it's like just do it. But like at the same that's gonna be that spike in audio is gonna be crazy. I think as you get older, naturally you start thinking of things like a little bit more analytically and like your time investment and like things like that. And I think over time, I think something that I have to get better at, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, is like saying no to opportunities, saying no to this. Because in LA, when things like so hustle and bustle, every single day, every single hour, there's something happening. Oh, you have to come to this person will be there. And in my head, I'm like, that's an opportunity. Networking, right? If that happened in Michigan, I'll be there every day. But like, you know, it's like, that doesn't happen that often, so I can do that.
Yeah.
But LA, it's every second. And so it's like, I'm starting to get better now to saying no to opportunities without feeling bad of like, oh, but what if? But I'm curious to hear your thoughts about that. managing your time. And
The funny thing is, like, I
things like
feel like I'm in the same boat, but like I can only imagine how much worse it would be over there. Where like here, okay, it's not like an everyday occurrence, right? But like I have found myself saying no a little bit more, especially at least to just like going out, hitting the bars tonight. Part of like getting a little older too is like realizing, okay, so I only have this many hours, and I also would like to sleep tonight.
yeah,
You know,
dude,
that is a cool thing to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a part of everyone's experience.
Yeah.
Like growing a little bit, it definitely different from just saying yes to every opportunity to go and take photos this weekend, and yes, I'll film your wedding for you, and yes, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Because like, who doesn't want to make a couple extra bucks on the side? But it's
Right.
like, shoot, is it a couple extra bucks, or is it completely stopping me from doing everything I want to
Exactly.
do? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's just like making sure you like have your priorities in line and being able to like live to that. You know what's interesting is that like Maddie, right? Like, so my girlfriend Maddie lives in LA, like, you know, and she's obviously not a content creator. She's not in that world. So it's super, super humbling for me to like hang out with her. We don't talk about videos, you know what I mean? And like her roommate Elise, like my core group, like Babs, Mark, my roommates. I mean, they're in it, but they're not like, it's not like all the time we're doing this stuff. So when I'm with my core friend group, like from Michigan State, like it
Yeah.
kind of feels like, you know, we're not doing, like it's like very organic. We're not talking about the content, the videos, all that stuff. So it's very like a humbling experience, I think, which makes LA much more better because I think you have to have both sides of that. Somewhere to keep you grounded and somewhere to like people to push you to like your creative side.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense to me. Hello.
Cheers. Cheers.
My ass be wet.
I know, dude, I'm feeling the cold, bro. You mentioned like how you value your sleep, right? And
Okay.
nowadays, as you're getting older, that stuff is starting to be more like prevalent. But like, I'm curious to know, we're back at Michigan State, right? After like 2 years.
Sure,
After
yeah.
our college experience, when we started this podcast, which was like on the tail end of that. What's it like being back here at like your upbringings?
It's really nice to be back here.
Yeah.
Like it puts into perspective just how nice this campus is. You kind of unwind a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's a big but here.
It is a
feel-
big place.
Damn old.
Very, very old.
That's the thing. Like, this is the first time I've come back and I've started to forget things about this place, which is insane. This should not be happening.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 23.
It's like,
And it's the weirdest thing because, yes, I think it took this long
Yeah.
to feel slightly disconnected from this place because the last 2 years have been an alternate universe.
literally,
reality, right?
dude, like a time warp.
So that is weird to me. But what's it like being here? Of course, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I feel like I can't keep up anymore,
Oh yeah.
but it's still fun to try.
I'd agree, bro. I'd agree. It's weird. And what's interesting is how we both, like, because of COVID, we never graduated. I mean, we graduated, but like, we never like. I mean, I don't know. Did you go to the ceremony at all?
No.
Like, it was postponed like a year later, right? In my head, I don't feel like my college experience has like ended or had a finite end to it.
It definitely didn't.
So I feel like I'll always have this hole. And I was talking to one of my friends in LA about this because the same thing happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you have this hole. And I want to hear your thoughts because I'm curious if you feel the same way. But like, I'm just this youth in you that's like still back in college. It's like, oh, like LA or like wherever you are, Detroit.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
my vacation. But I'm going to be back here. And like to knowing that I'll never be back here in school again, it's insane to me.
It kind of sucks, you
It
know?
does,
Like,
dude. It sucks
like
so much.
you come back here and you're like, damn, just to wake up and like ride my bicycle and sit by the river and like that is life. I don't have like this ulterior or outside responsibility,
Yeah.
right? You're just here experiencing this. And now it's like we're like visiting this weird memory where you're like, you're coming back, everything is about kind of the same.
Yeah.
The bar lines are a bit longer.
Yeah, it sucks.
Definitely, I don't know what's going on with that. But the whole time you find yourself just battling the reality of like,
Getting
this
old.
this is no longer like a big part of my life.
Yeah.
This time has passed, essentially, right?
It's-
You're here, you're visiting, but you're not even here like you were before.
That's so
you can try,
sad.
you know? We went out.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, guy, you got like a nice little bug there.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, yo!
It was a friendly one, don't worry.
Okay.
But no, like, right? We went out last night.
Did.
And it was fun. Definitely couldn't like keep up like that. But
way.
it still felt a little weird to
It
like just be in
did,
there and like
dude.
observing these people who are actively in it, and you're just like, look at you go.
Exactly. I remember back in my day. Dude, my friends and I used to make this joke, Tim. We used to talk about when we were in college how like Todd is just a name that we just attach to like an old person at the bar. So like any old person, we're like, we're gonna be Todd soon, just like the old guys at
We
the bar.
are Todd now.
I know it now. To know that we are like literally Todds, it's like the craziest thing.
Oh hey, how's it going? Todd. Nice
Todd.
To meet you. Oh no way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice. Dude, 2 days ago, I went to the bar. I got here on Thursday, and I'm all excited. I'm like, yo, Rohan's coming. My other friends are coming. It'll be great to see everybody again. Round 2, like back at it, like you know, from like the good old days. And so Thursday I arrived. They came Friday. So I'm like, you know, I'm here. I might as well go out, have a good time. So me, my brother, and a couple of my other friends, we went out to Luha's, which is a popular MSU bar, and it was mug night. So I'm like, I gotta be there. And so, dude, we went there, and I'm chilling at this bar waiting for my drink, and this group of girls are just like right around the bar, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make some small talk. Why not? Like, we're here, we might as well talk. So I'm like, well, hi, how's it going? Whatever. And these girls are like very enthusiastic, like, hey, like, how's it going? Whatever. We start talking and talking, and we are really, at least from my end, we're really vibing. You know, it's like a great conversation. I like how the conversation is
Good group of
flowing and
people,
everything.
you know, yeah.
Great group of people. So I'm sitting there, and then the conversation's dying down, and they look at me and they're like, hey, by the way, like, what year are you? And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh no, like I graduated like 2 years ago, 2020. Instantly, immediately, the face of disgust. I've never seen that many girls so disgusted in a human being, bro. Their faces just, and like it looked like they saw a ghost. And I'm sitting there like still trying to order my drink, and I'm
There's like, who is this imposter?
exactly. And then one of the girls was like, okay, well, it's nice to meet you. And they just left, bro. That's when it hit me. I was like, wow, we are old, bro.
Bro, we are Todd.
Oh my gosh, the fact that we are embodying Todd is just unreal. But
You are that guy, pal.
we are. But I'm curious to know. We got our friends up here to like see like what their experiences are like now.
Yeah,
I'm actually
let's,
genuinely. Maria,
Maria.
you guys want to come?
Pavan.
Pavan.
Come.
You guys?
Recording?
Yeah. Contacino. Welcome.
Come join.
Come, sit.
Do I hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is so cute.
Oh, look at this cute little microphone.
This is good.
Yeah.
So can you repeat? Actually?
Yeah. So like, you know, you're about to like leave this place, right? Like you can't be here forever.
Oh, but I'm staying. Like my visa is getting renewed, so I'm staying for 3 more years.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's even better. Well, how do you like? Well, okay. Like, are you happy about that to be here for another 3 years? I guess like a better question would be, a lot of your friends have left.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
A lot of your core group of people, especially in like ASMSU,
Yeah.
me, Rohan, whoever, Lily, we all dipped. We out.
We literally did.
But how was that?
That, and on top of that, how does it feel to be here but not be a student? Because
Yeah.
that's like, we're here right now, we're not students,
Yeah.
but you at least have some reason to be here.
That's
we
true.
don't.
We have no reason to be here except waste my money at the bars.
It's not as nice as it used to be, obviously, when you guys were here, but I think that it wasn't as much of a shock because of the pandemic, and then I came back, and I already knew you guys weren't gonna be here. But it's hard, and I was telling Anya, like, I go out with my cousin is still here, so I'll go out with him and the Brazilian, and the other Brazilians, but they're all like freshmen, and so it's a little different, and it's what they say, like it's so hard for you to make new friends after college, like as an adult.
It's so sad.
So I don't know, like I just like got my job like a few months ago, so I'm trying to like settle in a little bit more, but I'm sure like I'll make other friends. There are a few like people at work that are kind of my age, like recent grads as well, so stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, I love my job.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's always good.
Yeah, it's hard because I don't love living here, but I do love my job. But I'm like, hey, they're sponsoring me. I got the visa. I'll stay.
let's
Like,
go.
I'll like go through it. It's fine.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You graduated with us,
Yeah.
and now you're back here, like us, just to hang out. So, I don't know, you kind of relate to that feeling of like, you're here, it's nice, but you also don't feel like you're totally belonging here, or like, I don't know. How's your general sentiment towards this? And as an add-on, how's life being away from this?
Well, definitely leaving this place was rough.
Yeah?
Like, especially, when 3 months of our senior year got stolen away. But it might have been the best, because partying was a downhill path.
Am I an alcoholic? Weekly questions.
Staring at the mirror like, no.
But yeah, other than that, like, I came here for the summer and actually, like, stayed with Sachin and Rohan for, like, a week or two. And I saw my roommates. That was fun. But it low-key made, like, leaving the place harder. Because I used to, like, just sit in my room, like, at home. And I was just like, what do I do with my life? Because I was so unsure. But being back now, it's kind of, like, better than, like, I guess the previous times I've visited. Because, like, people are actually on campus and walking around.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But, yeah.
Do you miss it? Like
Yeah,
college life?
definitely. Especially working full time.
Yeah.
Oh,
There has to be like a student version of a full-time job.
It really should be.
I wish. You might be onto something. You might be onto something. You might make that
Let's
happen.
start a committee.
Can you imagine if there were like sleeper agent jobs where like you go and pretend to be a college student? Like basically you're gonna hit
21 jobs.
your job is to hit mug night every night and gather user data.
You're just sitting there with your mug.
Sachin, what year are you? I'm a freshman.
I gotta go.
What's your major?
I gotta leave. Oh man. You graduated with us, right? 2020, and now you're out and about in the world. Are you Chicago now?
Chicago now.
How does it feel though, be out of college and in the real world?
I think
Fresh
it
out.
was time for me to move on because
Yeah?
the last few months of college, I stayed on campus and then pandemic happened. Everybody left. So it was a ghost town and it was so weird. Like it felt different. And so I think that made it a little bit easier almost to just leave and move to Chicago because I wasn't necessarily missing out on anything.
That's true.
Because there weren't that many people on campus. So
That makes a lot.
it was a little easier, but at the same time, like, I remember moving to Chicago, and it was so different. Like, my comfort zone, comfort blanket of MSU is gone.
Yeah.
It's probably too close.
Do you ever miss like the college environment, like being a student? Flashbacks to like freshman year,
Yeah.
and, like the good times,
Yeah,
or the bad
absolutely.
times. Depending.
Yeah. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I miss, like, having classes at noon instead of having to wake up at 7 for work.
Yeah.
And, everyone talks about it when you're in college, but then when you actually are doing it, you're like, oh, crap, like, this sucks.
But then again, you don't have to worry about homework over the
yeah,
weekend or
yeah, that too.
That's true. That is true.
completely disconnect.
That's very true. The work life is interesting.
Not for me, but Let's do a quick rapid fire. I just want to know from all of us, honestly, like, what's next in life? Like, what are your hopes and dreams? And no, but like, just like real quick, what are you up to next? And we'll go in reverse order. So Anya, why don't you start?
Next for me is finding a new job I love, like actually love and care about. I'm trying to get into the tech industry because that's
fun.
growing and all of that. Money,
Get that
money.
guap.
So that's fun, and I kind of like see myself buying an apartment or a condo or something
Really?
in the city.
Doing like rental stuff. Be a landlord, lord of the land.
Landlord.
Move somewhere warmer, hopefully. So we'll see how soon that
Los
happens.
Angeles. Who said that? What? These things keep talking. LA.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Getting more into fitness is like
right
a
on.
low-key goal.
But
I
huge.
think something I can actually accomplish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a great goal.
Well, now that I have a little more things like figured out with like my job and where I'm living and stuff, I want to like volunteer somewhere, like find somewhere that or something that, like weekly,
Yeah.
something like that.
Do you know like where? Like an animal shelter? Like.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think something with people. Yeah, I really want to do that, and I don't know. I'll see where my visa takes me, but eventually I want to go back to Brazil.
Yeah.
I don't want to be far away from my family. I decided.
I understand. Yeah, I
We
totally
are
get that.
family. What do you mean?
No, yeah.
What are you trying to say,
Mom,
man?
Dad.
It's like, I guess this is. I'm just gonna leave now.
Take off the mask.
Is that Dominic Toretto?
Yeah, Rohan, what's new, bro? Next up on
What's
the
new? Yeah, I mean, I definitely relate to some of your guys' goals. Fitness is something I've been working on. But, yeah, no, I think, I don't know, just getting, I kind of have like a flow going on with life right now, but I'm really trying to make more videos more consistently. Right now I'm like shooting for one every 2 weeks, but I'd really love to hit one every week. That'd be really awesome. Beyond that, yeah, like fitness and living life and see where it takes me type deal, you know? I think eventually I might like to go out to LA or like someplace warm.
Listen, I'm just saying. We got
you know,
room.
Detroit is awesome, but I think there's just more to be explored out there. So with life, and I don't know, just making more things and living more life.
Next up, man. Dude, I don't know, man. I guess let's like live out in LA, like feel it out a little bit more. I mean, like I've only been there for like 7 to 8 months, so it's like I don't really know the territory yet. And so see where that takes me. Like obviously continue the content stuff. I'm actually planning on like switching out of my niche, dude. So I'm like instead of making the Indian stuff, I'm actually gonna start making more like mainstream like skits and sketches that are like more people can like relate to than just like the specific Indian stuff. So finding the balance between like not cold turkey switch, but like slowly getting to the point where I'm able to like make different varieties of like of content.
Maybe you could start instead of like a good way to strike the balance. You could start something more like regional.
Like instead of like saying Indian
Just
parents, let's say
Indian,
like foreign parents or something.
Yeah.
Random.
Like getting spanked by parents, that's
Yeah. I think everyone could. Yeah.
a lot of
The funniest thing was when Rohan was like, what did you say? There wasn't much variety. I literally just thought of like a closet.
I know. She's like choosing the weapon of choice. Like hanger. No, I did that yesterday.
Size 8.5?
The belt, maybe.
Or size 7?
Size 7. Should I get the rubber foot or the foam one? Which one would cause the most damage? But this has been cool, man.
This has been really
I'm
cool.
glad we got to do this.
Glad we're doing this again. And I'm just gonna propose this like on the spot.
You're gonna
It's
propose?
like,
Damn.
didn't say that.
Hey, bro. I'm tearing up.
He looks out.
Yes, of course.
But I think we should do more of these. Like,
Yes,
you know,
100%.
even if it's not like every day, like the quarantine
Yeah,
cast.
I love ketchup.
I think this decision should be up to whoever decides to watch this. So if you guys want to see more of these conversations, then let us know.
Hit us up.
Or like maybe I'm totally like intruding.
If you want a podcast without me and Sachin,
Yeah.
just these three,
Yeah, it's like, you're
let
just
us
like,
know too.
Those two guys gotta leave. Put that in the comments as well.
I want that lady who brought the music over on the podcast.
What a
She was
lovely
alive.
woman. Yeah,
I took a video of you guys too.
really. I'd love to see that. What an incredible lady. But man, well, this has been fun, man. Thank
been
you
very
guys so
fun.
much for tuning in with us one more time, and hopefully more times.
And hopefully next time we will truly not be doing a quarantine cast.
Yeah.
Because 2 years? We're still here.
2 years. We're still in it. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button. Let us know what topics you want to hear for the next time we do this. I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.